tongue could open up. I sold my soul a good price, out of sight. My whole God.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Scott on Crypto. Now today we're talking about Bitmex. Guys, now before we get stuck in, if I could please ask you to like this video and subscribe to my page, I would really appreciate it. And as we grow together, hopefully I can bring you some even better content. You'll see a pop-up on the right side of this video right now, so please go ahead and click subscribe. Okay, let's get stuck in. This is Bitmex. Now there is a link for this site below in the description section of this page. Now if you use that link when you sign up, not only will that give me an affiliation bonus, but also that will give you reduced fees on all your trading. So if you could use that, then I'd really appreciate it, and also that will benefit yourself as well. So go ahead and find that in the description and click that. Now this is the page you will see. Now before we get stuck in with the trading, let's just have a quick explanation about Bitmex and what it's all about. So here is Bitmex. So this is in the references part of the platform. So over here on the left, you've got the frequently asked questions and the fees and a bit more details in regards to liquidation, etc., which we'll go through in detail a bit more later. Basically, in essence, Bitmex does not trade in BTC Bitcoin. It trades in what is called XBT. Now, what they call that is contracts of Bitcoin. So it works the same way when it comes to trading. So if you trade one XBT, it's no different to you trading one BTC. Your profit and loss will be exactly the same. It's just the way they do things. So to give you a brief explanation, one XBT is the equivalent of $1. That's how it works. So when you come to buy 300 contracts, you'll be spending as much Bitcoin on those 300 contracts, what is the equivalent of $300. So however the market price is at that time. Also on this page, contracts up here, you can go on the left hand side again, and again you can see some more information in regards to the different contracts and the indices. Also, you've got the API here where you can insert your API keys if that's what you're into. I personally don't, but have a further look into that if that's what you'd like to do. And then, of course, you've got the register and login pages. I'm now going to go ahead and log in, and so we can have a look at the trading platform. See you in a second. Okay, let's get stuck into the main part, the trading platform. Now, as you'll see here, on the left we have our chart. So at the moment it's Bitcoin. It's a normal trading view chart, so it's probably a chart you're used to looking at and using and the functionality of it. On the right here you have the recent trades. So this helps me get a feel for the market, how the market is currently moving. As you'll see at the moment there is a lot of buy orders flooding in, so that would indicate to me that the market is about to move up. But once again, it's better to use your own discretion when it comes to that. Down here, your open and closed positions. So that's showing you what positions you currently have open and what you've closed and your profit and loss in the past day or so. Down here, any orders you may have that haven't filled yet, and the order book. So the order book down here showing you the depth of the market, where the buy orders are, and that may give you an idea, once again, of how the market is going to move. So moving on to the left sidebar here where you actually place your order. Now, firstly I want to get into the difference between buying and selling the market. Now, if you don't know what that means, buying the market is basically betting that the market will go up. So you're buying a contract into Bitcoin and then you're looking to sell it for more when the price has gone up. So pretty plain and simple. Now, selling the market is completely different. Selling the market is the complete opposite, in fact. So you are selling Bitcoin and then you're looking to buy it back when it's cheaper and therefore make the profit in between. So you're buying high, selling low, or selling high and buying low, should I say, but the other way around. So on this sidebar here, you have a limit order. Now, a limit order, you may already know, it's where you set your price for how much Bitcoin you'd like to buy and at what price you'd like, and then you wait for that price to get filled by somebody else. So you're essentially saying to the market, this is what I want, this is the price, this is how many I want, is someone going to fill it for me? So you may get filled, you may not, but that's a good area to, if you want to set a target. Now a market order is different. A market order is, you're basically saying, I want this many Bitcoin and I want it at whatever price is available right now. So if you're asking for 100 contracts of Bitcoin, you will buy the first 100 contracts that are up for sale at the first price. So you can't pick the price, you are getting what is there and available right now. Now, moving down to, this is the leverage. This is the bit I'm sure you're all interested in. Of course you are. So here you've got 1 times leverage. 1 times leverage is, so you are using your funds, you aren't increasing it by any amount, there is very minimal risk, and you're just trading what you have. Now the attraction of Bitmex is you can up to 100 times your balance, guys, 100 times. So my 0.0300 Bitcoin up here, XBT, I could increase that to 3 whole Bitcoin. That essentially means that if I place a trade on right now on 100 times leverage with 3 Bitcoin and the market goes up 50%, I could get 1.5 Bitcoin in profit, when essentially I'm actually only using 0.03 Bitcoin. Now that is insane. Now that's not without its pitfalls, however. You do have to be careful. There is what is called a liquidation price. Now of course, if your trade goes down and it goes the opposite way and you're in loss, you will lose money far quicker on 100 times leverage than you would for 1 times leverage, obviously. So there needs to be a point where Bitmex are, of course, lending you that Bitcoin for your trade. There's a stage where they get to and they say, right, we're having that back. You've lost too much now, we're having all that back and we're taking your money as well. So any money you place in that trade, or any Bitcoin, should I say, you place in that trade, they take back. So that's what's called a liquidation price. Now to give you an idea, if I put in here an order for 100 contracts, so that would be 0.0100 XBTs, that'd be a third of my balance up here, then it would only be, because I'm on 100 leverage, it would actually only cost me 0.0001 XBT, because I'm 100 timesing that leverage. So 0.0001 times 100 is 100 contracts. So if I were now to buy the market, this screen now pops up. That gives you your order value, the cost at 100 leverage in which you're buying, your available balance currently, so that shows me that I've got plenty here, the position size you're buying in, but it also shows you the market price, the mark price, but it's the market price. That shows you the price on average at the moment that the Bitcoin is. So this filters out any spikes up or spikes down, and this gives you the average price. And this is the estimated liquidation price. So this is the price Bitcoin would have to hit in order for them to take the money, close the trade, and I would lose that 0.0001 Bitcoin. I wouldn't lose my whole balance, only the Bitcoin I've put into that trade. So that would be the 0.0001 Bitcoin. So I wouldn't be losing a lot, but again, as you increase that order and you increase the leverage, then obviously you're up to losing more. Now you don't have to use, then you click buy and that will open your position. You don't have to use 100 leverage. You can use 50, 25, 10, 5, or you can even down here, you can edit it and you can input your own leverage. So I could leverage by 33% if I wanted to. Now as the leverage goes down, so does the liquidation price becomes further away from your opening value. So as I said here, the liquidation price, if I'm buying my position here at market price, so let's say it opens at 6434, which is where the market currently is. If I bought that position, my liquidation price would only be 6402. So not far away, about $30 away. So Bitcoin could easily move $30 the other direction and take all my funds in that order. But as you look here, if you go to 10 times leverage, again from 6434, which is what I'm opening my order at, the liquidation moves to 5876. So I've got a lot more breathing space to move before I get in any trouble, or before I start worrying about my position and I lose all my funds. So I tend to use between 5 and 10% on my leverage, so I know I've got enough area to go in the opposite direction before I need to worry, and I would always tend to put a stop loss in place so I don't actually get anywhere near that. So now moving into a stop loss. Now I'd always recommend using a stop loss just in case your trade goes the opposite direction and you can calculate your risk to reward. Now to do a stop loss, There's two different ways you can do this. There is stop market, which is here you can say, well, I have a position of 100 contracts, and if the price were to hit 6,410, that's enough for me, that's my stop loss, close the trade. Now, stop market means that as soon as the price hits that 6,410, it will close the trade at the current price, and it will close the 100 contracts at the price that is available right then and right now, much the same as if you were placing a market order. Now, the other alternative, if you click this drop down box here, is stop limit. Now again, this works the same as a limit order. You can say I've got 100 contracts. Once the price hits 6,410, I want you to place an order to close my trade at 6,405. So what that essentially does is that says that if we hit this level here, open this order, and then this order can get filled. Now it might not get filled, so you're basically setting up a little barrier, a little warning shot for yourself, basically saying if it hits this, I'm worried it could go down further, so open a trade a little bit lower to save my bacon should I need it. So that's what I recommend doing. I really go for the market order, to be honest with you, because if Bitcoin has a big enough jump down, if it falls off the edge of a cliff, you can go straight past your limit order altogether and you can still be in a trade when you actually wanted to be stopped out. So that's my advice for that. Okay guys, so in summary, there is an absolutely huge potential to make Bitcoin on this site using 25, 50, 100 leverage. You could make an absolute killing, but at the same time there is serious pitfalls and you could lose your funds very easily the higher leverage you use. So please do be careful. I recommend, if you're not going to use the test platform, which there is available on this site, just use the 1, 2 or maybe 3 times leverage. Just get the hang of it, see where the pitfalls are for yourself before start moving up those leverages and trying to make a bit more of a killing. So thanks for watching this video. Please use the link to Bitmex below in the description. Now what that does is that actually gives you guys reduced fees on your trades, which is fantastic, but it also gives me an affiliation bonus for using that link. So I'd really appreciate that. It's me helping you help me, and by doing that, any funds I do get through from that affiliation bonus, I will invest into this channel to provide you guys with better content. So I'd really appreciate if you could do that, and hopefully you'll benefit from that also. So in overview, just please be careful, but at the same time, good luck with trading, guys, because you could make a real killing on this site. Thanks for watching once again, and speak soon.
Hey, pop the trunk, I open up, I sold my soul a good price, out of sight, my whole god.